Tensions between the United States and Iran are once again escalating, and a recent statement from a senior Iranian official has added even more intensity to an already fragile situation. In a direct and firm response during an interview, the Iranian minister made it absolutely clear that Iran is not asking for a ceasefire with the United States and does not see any reason to begin negotiations with Washington at this moment. According to him, Iran has already tried diplomacy in the past, negotiating with the United States on more than one occasion. But each time, those negotiations were followed by military actions against Iran, which has deeply damaged trust between the two countries. Because of that history, the official said, Iran currently sees no benefit in requesting talks or sending messages to American leaders. He emphasized that Iran has not sent any communication to the United States asking for negotiations, and there has been no request from Tehran for a ceasefire either. When asked about the possibility of Iran attacking the American homeland, the minister acknowledged that Iran currently does not possess the capability to strike directly inside the United States with its existing weapons. However, he pointed out that the United States already has numerous military bases, soldiers, and installations positioned around Iran and throughout the Middle East, suggesting that those locations would naturally become targets in the event of further escalation. In other words, from Iran's perspective, there is no need to go beyond those nearby military assets when so many American forces are already operating in the region. Another critical issue discussed during the interview was the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most strategically important waterways in the world and a key route for global oil shipments. While many analysts have warned that Iran could attempt to close the strait if the conflict worsens, the minister stated that Iran has not shut down the passage and has no immediate intention to do so. According to him, the reason the strait currently appears nearly empty is not because Iran has blocked it, but because international shipping companies and oil tankers are hesitant to pass through the area due to fears of being caught in crossfire or accidentally targeted as the conflict intensifies. The official insisted that Iran has not threatened international oil tankers and has no reason to deliberately target them, arguing that the hesitation is coming from the shipping companies themselves rather than from direct Iranian threats. Still, he acknowledged that if the war continues to expand, Iran will evaluate every possible scenario, which leaves open the possibility that the strategic waterway could eventually become part of the conflict. The interview also addressed speculation about secret back-channel communications between Tehran and Washington. The minister firmly denied that any such discussions are currently taking place. He stated that there has been no recent communication with American officials through unofficial diplomatic channels. However, he did confirm that Iranian and American representatives had met the previous Thursday for nearly 7 hours of negotiations, a meeting that both sides reportedly left feeling positive about. According to the minister, those talks had produced meaningful progress, and the atmosphere at the end of the meeting was surprisingly optimistic. Yet despite that progress, the relationship appears to have deteriorated rapidly afterward, leading to the current situation where Iran claims it has no interest in further negotiations for the time being. This development raises serious questions about what could happen next in the already volatile Middle East. If diplomatic channels remain frozen and military tensions continue to rise, the risk of a broader regional conflict could increase dramatically, potentially affecting global oil markets, international trade routes, and the overall stability of the region. The Strait of Hormuz alone carries a significant portion of the world's oil supply, and any disruption there could send shockwaves through the global economy. At the same time, the presence of American military forces across the Middle East means that any escalation between the two nations could quickly spread beyond a single battlefield. So the big question now is whether this standoff will cool down through diplomacy or spiral into a much larger confrontation that could reshape geopolitics in the region. As new developments continue to unfold, the world is watching closely to see whether dialogue returns or whether tensions push both sides toward a dangerous point of no return. If you want to stay informed about the latest updates, breaking developments, and the deeper geopolitical story behind this escalating crisis, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update.